What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on the Wonder Woman 1984 first trailer. Now, I am very impressed with the trailer overall. Aesthetically, very pleasing. I'm not really into 80s music, but if you liked 80s music, then I can see why you would like the music. So, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the videos. So, I hate to say this, guys, but confirmed plot leak. The test screening were real. It's confirmed, the plot leak, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. So at the 100,000 subscriber mark, I will be giving away a PS4 Pro or an Xbox One X or a Switch with any game. We're just about 23,000 subscribers away, so it could be a PS5. So let's get into this video. So careful for spoilers. So if you go back a while to a video I went over when we went over the 1984 plot leaks, I think it was at the start of November we did this. And this trailer just literally confirms everything that everyone thought. Now, like I said at the start of the video, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's not necessarily a good thing. Think of the Aladdin movie, you know? Genie grants you wishes, but in this case, it's going to be a magical rock. So like I said, aesthetically pleasing. I find Gal Gadot very interesting. She's good looking, she's interesting, she plays the role well. So whether this movie is going to be good or bad will all come down to the fact if she can nail it. If every actor in this, you know, they've got Pedro Pascal, who's currently playing the Mandalorian in the Mandalorian show, but every time I look at him now, I just see Mando. So obviously Steve Trevor is back, you know, played by Chris Pine, or is he back? Now, we're going to go over the leaks, and then we're going to go over how this correlates to the trailer. So like I said, careful spoilers. It's not really ruining anything, but it is interesting how the test screenings were correct. So, like I said, in a previous video, I went over alleged information where it said Warner Bros. Is reported to have held 2 test screens for Wonder Woman 1984, one back in June, and one had said to be received really well, but spoilers for the one reportedly held in October, which sound like a complete disaster. Now, if you watch the trailer and correlate it to this article, I will leave it down below, it realistically confirms that everything this article said was true about how Steve Trevor returns, about how Max Lord gets his powers and everything. It literally confirms every single detail, which is interesting. It really is interesting. So a lot of people may have missed this scene. So there's a scene in the trailer where there's a magical rock. He's holding what looks like a rock. So if you do read over this script, plot leak, whatever you want to call it, it said it's claimed some magical rock gives Pedro Pascal, Max Lord, his powers, which enables him to grant wishes to other people. However, those wishes cause monkey paw horrific side effects and turn into power Maxwell Lord even further. So yeah, this kind of confirms everything. This trailer does confirm everything. Now, I'm really looking forward to this Wonder Woman movie because it looks so much better than the first one that critically was acclaimed. I don't know why, but it looks so much better. The aesthetics, it looks so fantastic. The cinematography looks great from what we can see so far. But this test screening leak has got one of the pinnacle parts of the movie, how Steve Trevor returns. And it is interesting because it's tied to everything in the movie. So if this one bit is in the trailer, then it's like whoever leaked this on this cosmicbooknews.com article, true, because we can see in the trailer, Wonder Woman accidentally wishes for Steve Trevor's back. However, per the monkey paw side effect, Steve Trevor's incarnation in some other's man body while only Diana can see him. So what's going to be interesting is how they play this out. So Diana, aka Wonder Woman, is seeing Steve Trevor. Everyone else is seeing someone else. So it's going to be very interesting. But like I said, guys, this magical rock, which is essentially Aladdin, you know, granting wishes, is pinnacle to everything in the movie. It really is the pinnacle part of the whole movie. This is also how Kirsten becomes Cheetah, by wishing, because she wants to be like Diana, and this is how she eventually gets her Cheetah cat super strength suit, etc. Now, obviously, some people were annoyed that we didn't get to see the Cheetah outfit costume in the first trailer, but they shouldn't really do that in the first trailer. But this is so damn bad. Now, there are time for reshoots. Maybe they can change the stuff. But I don't really, like we said in the first video that we did covering this story, I don't believe they can do this because the issues with this is it's a storytelling issue. It's not CGI. It's not post effects. It's a storytelling issue. A magical rock is the pinnacle of the whole movie. Now, if you watch the trailer again, I will put it at the start of the video, and if it gets flagged, I have to take it out. But essentially, you see the interaction between Barbara, who's playing Cheetah, and you see how everything will plan out. Now, if you go towards the end of this, it says Maxwell's Lord's big plan is to hijack a satellite in Washington, D.C. and have power over everyone wishing for something so he can become even more uber powerful. But what is interesting is it just doesn't make sense that they can go from, say, a movie like The Joker to this. Now, it is interesting when we find out how Diana actually does take down Maxwell Lord, but it just, I really had a lot of hope that the leaks were incorrect, but it turns out they were true. The fact that it says, since Wonder Woman also apparently lost the ability to fly, her and Steve Trevor steal a jet and chase after Max and Barbara. And we see this happens in this movie. Now, our variation of Wonder Woman, yes, I know in the comic book she can technically kind of fly because she can jump so much, but we see the jet scene, so that kind of reveals that. Wonder Woman learns about what is going on and goes after Max, which causes Cheetah to turn on Diana as she doesn't want to surrender her new life, obviously being a powerful person, being Cheetah. So literally everything is revealed, and I'm not ruining it, guys. It's just out there. I just want to talk about it. It is pinnacle, and it is interesting. Like I said, the trailer is interesting, but it just reveals everything that we had confirmed about the test screening over a month ago now. And I just wish this magical rock plot point was fake. I really wish it wasn't true. And the fact that the article goes on to say the jet is invisible, then you watch the trailer, overlay an image, and you see they're in the middle of what looks some kind of explosion or firework. Now, why we've never seen the ability that Wonder Woman can essentially make a jet go invisible, we've never seen this. I know they're technically trying to retcon Wonder Woman, but this is never going to happen. She has never seen full power that enables her to make the jet invisible, not joking. She also throws lightning bolts by swinging her lasso, confirmed in footage released. Now, yes, we do see this in the trailer. I just really wanted this movie to do well. I still think this movie will be decent. I just hope they can somehow retcon some of the storyline. But like I said, guys, it is canon to the movie. They can't really change massive plot points. When reshoots happen, they don't really change massive parts. It's only generally little parts that won't hinder the overall story of narration. So it is interesting, guys, and I hate to say it that this trailer just confirms the plot leak. The test screening is 100% legit, which essentially means, if you do read the article that I may link, it does say that eventually Maxwell Lord wishes that none of this ever took first place in the first place, and then poof, everything is back to normal. So essentially the villain of this movie is defeated without doing anything, without them really fighting. This means, of course, Steve Trevor is back to being dead and Barbara is back to her normal life. But apparently we're not done there, as the flick apparently rips off Meet Joe Black as the guy that Steve Trevor was possessing. He doesn't remember anything but strikes up a conversation with Diana, and she agrees to go on a date with him. So it is going to be laughable if this is the movie. Like I said, aesthetically, it looked very pleasing. It does look cool, and I am really looking forward to it. But we know the test screening is real. So obviously, this movie's called 1984, so it's set in the 80s, and the music is set in the 80s because it's 80s music. But one thing that doesn't really make any sense of the continuity is they've said this movie isn't Wonder Woman 2. So she wishes for Steve Trevor to come back, right? But come back from where? Because if this isn't a sequel, then there's no continuity, because she's going to wish for Steve to come back. But the director, Paddy, and Gal Gadot has both said this isn't a sequel. So how is she wishing for this character, Steve, to come back if he was never alive? Because it's not a sequel, implying this is the only Wonder Woman movie there has ever been, if you get what I mean. So it's very interesting how Steve Trevor is going to play a pinnacle part. There's been so many theories on YouTube and Instagram about how he returns, and then you find out he returns because of a magical rock. A magical rock. It is funny. Now, I'm looking forward to seeing Cheetah in this movie, but getting her powers from wishing for it. Maxwell Lord losing his power from wishing that none of this ever happened it's a very weird way for a villain to be defeated. So he's essentially going to wish that none of this ever happened. And the fact we're going to get an invisible jet because one of her powers is that she can make a jet go invisible because she secretly lost her powers. So now they're in a jet, she can make a jet go invisible, which is very interesting, don't get me wrong, and you guys love it when I say the word interesting. So let me know, guys, what you think about this Wonder Woman 1984 trailer, and do you think it confirms the plot is revealed that it's all about a magic rock, which you can clearly see in Pedro's hand. You can clearly see a magical rock in Maxwell Lord's hand. So like always, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment. And I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch ya later.